So I think this is technically day one. I just woke up. It's about 7. Um, Gonna get out there. I think I'm gonna head to a little lake called Cooney Reservoir. I'll probably stay there for 2 or 3 days. Um, I like to head out. I've done fasts before. My record I think is 14 days. And what really helps is not being in a place where you can easily access food super often. So, like, if I'm here in my hometown, I know where all the fast food is. I know where the restaurants are. I know all my favorite grocery stores to grab junk food. So when I'm out and I'm not here, I can kind of force myself to commit because I don't have that outlet available to me. So, yeah, gonna take a shower here and get on the road.
Oh, yes. All right. We're heading out for the day. We're going to head to a spot that's not too far, and we'll camp there for the next 3, maybe 4. I don't know, as long as I want to. I'm going to try to do a video a day, every day, and hopefully that gets us to kind of a steady pattern of uploading. We'll see, though. Oh, I'm stocked up on waters. I have some diet sodies. I have sugar-free Gatorade, which gets my salt and electrolytes. Like I said, I've got experience fasting. I know you need your salts. I know you need to keep yourself balanced, and days 1 and 2 shouldn't be too eventful. Days 3 and 4 should be where I feel my worst, and then after that, we should be pretty much coasting. Sometimes I gotta crank it a bit. She's old. Come on. There we go. All right. This is a lake called Cooney Reservoir. It's a lake that, for my whole life, it was always the first one we'd go out on boating to see if your boat actually worked, because it was small enough you could always get to the shore. It's more of a big pond than a lake, but boy, if it ain't a beautiful day and the mountains are full of snow and beautiful, and hopefully there's good fish in the water for us. So let's see how she goes. Gonna set up camp here, gonna get my curtains up for a little bit of privacy, and then we'll get down to the water. Time to talk about this as any. So I run off of 2 solar batteries, one 1500 watt that I use for most of my stuff, my fridge, my lights. If I want to play video games, I have a PlayStation in here. I have a projector in here as well. And those are powered by 500 watts of solar on my roof. I have a 300 watt battery that I use to charge this camera. And like my phone, that kind of stuff. That's charged by this portable solar panel. Shout out my brother Jason. And should I get to a circumstance where I don't have as much power as I need, right, I'm running low, I can always supplement with my generator here. I carry about 4 gallons of gas with me, yeah, give or take. And that gets me about 28 to 35 hours of runtime, depending on the load I'm pulling, that kind of thing. The wind got like crazy bad, so I'm just chilling in the van for a couple hours, see if the wind dies down, and then we'll get fishing. Well, the wind is still just atrocious, but I think I'm gonna go out and try to fish anyway, see if I freeze my legs off, because I have jeans, but I don't want to put them on. I got shorts. It's a sunny day, man. I was trying to get nice and warmed up, have a good day out on the water. I've never used this camera in the wind, so I don't know if you guys can even hear what I'm saying or if it's just but it's all good. Grass is green, frogs are croaking, and there's trout to be caught. And there ain't no trout catching going on if I spend the whole camping trip in my car waiting for the wind to die down. I'm hoping that storm doesn't hit me. I got this collapsible rod from my brother. Shout out to my brother Casey. It's not the best, but for what it is, it's pretty badass. It fits right in my tackle box. Oh no! Almost was a litter bug. Was almost a bad person. Remember, kids, littering is evil. Don't litter. Local litter bug. But he has a t-shirt that says that. Have a split on here. Throw a second split on there. The wind is behind me, so we'll go decently far, actually. My tackle box is disgusting. It's a mess, but don't judge me. I'm just here to catch fish, not here to be pretty. I could throw that will never fit a line. I mean, this Bass Pro Home money back. This means I reuse those that bit on the hobby. This wind is gusty. Fresh Canada squirms. Gonna rip this gentleman in half. Throw him on our hook. We're fishing. This hook's way too big for this lake, but you never know. Lazy to tie it out. We're gonna fish it. If we catch something on it, you never know. comes to worse, current's taking water out, so I could throw a bobber on this if I can't throw it hard enough with the 2 split shots to get it decently far out. But let's see what I can do. Alright. 1 and a 2 and a hiya! Ooh, oh, alright. We're editing that cast out. That cast doesn't go on the gram, bro. Hell no. Okay, it's not too far out, but it's far enough out that I think it could catch fish. So we're gonna give that a shot. Let her sit there. Probably about 3 feet deep there, if that. So now we're fishing with this, and we're getting blown by the wind every. Oh, this is rough, but it's all right. It's a beautiful day. It could be raining. It could be cold. It's just windy. Just one of the 3. Oh, at the wind. Is that the line getting hit? Who knows? We're probably going to get hit by about 1,000,000 perch, and you know, hopefully in the 5,000 perch that we'll catch, one fish will be a trout, and it'll be a decent one. Not something nice to show the camera, but it's gonna be probably a lot of me catching and throwing back perch. Well, like I said, there he is. There he is. Just like I said, we're gonna be catching 1,000,000 of these guys today, but that's fine. Better to catch 1,000,000 perch than, you know, nothing. Hand me the hook back, brother. Come on. All right, hook's out. Perch is good, nice and healthy. We'll drop him back in, and there he goes. I promise he's fine. He's just a bit lazy is all. Get that line back out there. Not a great cast. That's all right. Put her back and sit and wait. I love fishing worms because I can sit and have deep philosophical conversations with myself while I pretend that I'm actively fishing. A bobber here. Thinking I might swap to a bobber here just because the amount of wind is making it kind of hard for me to read my line, read my pole, and I'll probably get less bites because of it, but it would be nice to have a more clear view of what's going on at the end of my line, because I've definitely missed 2 bites already. We'll see though. 5 or 6 perch, 1 or 2 of them hooked pretty deep and pretty bad because I just didn't feel the bites. So we're gonna swap here and get this a little further out there now too. So that's all good. Fish a different depth, maybe get an eyelid with the perch a little less. Yeah. Wind's dying down a bit, but still pretty rough. And there is something just peaceful about watching a bobber in a lake, man. Even when it's windy, even when the water's moving, even when it isn't perfect and pretty. Just watching that bobber kind of move around with the current, and then like the sudden adrenaline rush when you see that thing go under, dude. Peak fishing. Very little bitter in fishing for me. Outside of like seeing your rod doing 90 when you're sunk, you know, a mile deep into the lake, but just watching that bobber coast, something special. When I don't eat, obviously you get that like hunger pang, right? You get that, oh man, I haven't eaten in X amount of days, X amount of time, I need to go. But that pang that you get is very similar to the one you would get if you were like, hey, I want to drink a beer, or hey, I want to smoke a cigarette, or hey, it's an addiction. Food is an addiction. And when you kind of get past that first hump, those first few days, that addiction goes away. And the same thing with being able to distract yourself from it. You know, like, if you lead a very active life, it is slightly easier to fight addiction. So fishing for me just kind of checks every box over, hey, let's not want to eat, let's be distracted by something we love even more, that is healthy, doesn't hurt me, and just kind of help kick a dependence. That's why, like, after day 4 of not eating, you're kind of good. Like, you don't get hungry. It's weird. And we'll talk about that more, like, once I get to that bridge. But because of that, just like quitting and other shit, days 3 and 4 are a nightmare. They put you on your butt. The spot's not hot, but I'm kind of just enjoying myself. Like, I'm not fishing too hard right now, so I don't really care if I catch that much today. I'm just kind of chilling. Do a better job of introducing myself than that first 5-minute video. That was kind of just a, hey, make the channel, make a first video. So I grew up here in Montana. I was originally, kind of spent my whole life trying to be an opera singer. My mama was a really good musician. And, you know, I have a huge voice and loved to sing with a passion. And I didn't really care what I was singing as long as I was singing. And, you know, I've performed a little in Austria, and, you know, I've sang plenty of shows, and it's good. I didn't stop doing it because I didn't believe I could. I think I have the physical ability, the work ethic, everything I would need to do it. But I found this problem that the deeper I got into it, the more I wasn't enjoying the company that I kept, the people around me, the culture, that kind of thing. And not to be said, I don't have plenty of people from the field that I love. I met plenty of great people too. But the vast majority were just kind of pretentious and rude, and it felt very cliquey and gatekeepy, which is not who I am as a guy. It's just not me, culturally speaking, I guess. So because of that, after, you know, when my mom got sick and was, you know, towards the end of her life, I took the semester off of college, which I was studying vocal performance, and I took care of her, you know, helped her, you know, at the end of her journey. And I just haven't felt the urge to be on a stage since. I tried to go back to school, and I was so depressed that I didn't want to go to class. I hated every minute of working on music, performing. Everything just felt wrong. And I haven't had the urge to get back on stage since. So I'm not saying that chapter of my life is done. I'm not going to say that. It could come back. But I don't know, since my mom has passed, the desire to sing, the desire to perform has just been kind of dead. And again, I don't know, you could call this performing, right? I'm recording a video for a channel that hopefully people will watch and enjoy and yada yada yada. But in reality, it's just not for me right now. So I was left with a decent chunk of inheritance money. It's enough that I can take this summer, kind of tootle around in my van, be an idiot, and then probably make a call from there what I want to do, and the money that I was left really won't be too far off. That van up there, pretty much everything in it is secondhand or bought off Facebook Marketplace or significant discounts, that kind of thing. And that's how I run the whole operation. is I play the game as cheap as possible and just trying not to do damage to that money that my family left me. Because it's a significant amount. It's not crazy, but it's significant. You know, I spent my whole life either singing or taking care of my parents. My dad got sick and died in like 8 months. It was crazy. He got brain cancer called glioblastoma. Really sucks. You know, I hope no one watching this video ever has to deal with it, but it is rough to watch. You know, my dad was a really big, proud dude, and watching him kind of lose himself sucked. But it's all right. I'm on the other side, and you know, talking about it helps me process, hence one of the reasons this channel exists. I want this channel to be more like I'm talking to friends than I'm talking to an audience. I want it to be super genuine, and I want to have a rapport. There might be a fish on this line. Or it could be the wind. Hard to tell. Oh, there was a fish on that line, but now it is gone. But yeah, I want this to be a very relaxed, kind of like traditional old school vlog channels used to be, where it's just me talking about what's going on in my life, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and taking you guys along the ride. My life's not that crazy, it's not that interesting, but hell, if somebody can hear it and relate to it and get a little bit of a joy out of it, man, shit, that's all I care about. These casts are terrible. I'm embarrassing myself. But my whole life I kind of lived for my parents. You know, I was always kind of a make mom and dad proud type of kid. And now that I'm a grown-ass man, and both people I spent my whole life trying to make proud are gone, I'm kind of lost, listing through life. And I'm looking to find a sense of purpose, looking to find something that I love, because really the only thing I love right now is fishing. It's the one thing I love more than breathing, but it's hard to get a paying job in fishing unless you live on the coast, and to go live on the coast I'd have to leave my family, yada yada yada. So that's kind of me. That's who I am. That's where I am. I'm 24 now. God, that hurts to say. But you'll probably hear me singing some on the channel here and there. You know, I still sing. It's just, it ain't what it used to be to me. So, I don't know. I'm still young and dumb and have time to figure stuff out, but I'm getting to the point where it's time to shit or get off the pot for a lot of stuff. So, it's scary, it's weird, but I'm okay. I think for considering the situation, I'm as happy as I could be. I know a lot of people are like, you never knew your parent, this guy never knew his parents, and he's doing great, you don't have an excuse, and, you know, yeah, sure, I don't claim that I'm doing the right thing, but I'm doing the thing I had to do. And, you know, okay, hold on. It's just a perch. I just jerked the shit out of him. Hello, perch. Let me get this guy unhooked, then I'll be back with you guys. Ugh. Hey, you unhooked yourself. Brother, stop it. Can I get in that mount for a picture? I do love perch. They're a beautiful fish, but I wish they didn't live in the same lakes as the fish I like to catch, because God, there's so damn many of them, and they're so aggressive. They will eat anything you throw in abundance. But anyway, where was I? Right, yeah, I'm not pretending I'm doing the right thing and they're doing the wrong thing, or, you know, I'm not saying I'm anything but exactly what I am, which is a bum who had a dream and the dream is gone, so now I'm just a bum and I'm trying to figure shit out. I really want to lose this weight for health more than anything. It's not... I'm pretty confident. I spent my whole life on the stage. Another fish already. But that confidence comes with, like, you know, there's certain things I was never able to do just because I was heavy, so I can't relate to people on stuff, and being fat sucks, kids. Don't recommend it. Don't ever be fat if you can choose to not be fat. Another beautiful perch. Another clean unhook. Another free fish. Look at him go. I'm not a fantastic fisherman also by any means. Most of this will just be me fishing rod and reel, worms, just trying to catch whatever will bite, which for worms, thank God, is pretty much everything. But I'm not anything special. And I'm entirely new to YouTube, so these videos are going to be edited incredibly poorly. But again, all that's good. All that's nice. What I like about this is I'm starting something new. And I'm back on track. Well, no, I'm not, but I'm on track to doing something. To being somewhere that I wasn't before. And I think that's good. Movement is good. I think when you get stuck, you can find yourself in the bottom of a bottle at times. That's never good. Talked about it earlier, where I was like, I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm doing the right thing, I'm not saying anyone else is wrong. But have you ever considered that so few people in the world are willing to admit that they're stupid sometimes? Like, for me, it's perfectly normal. I'll look and be like, listen, I'm dumb. Ooh, fish. Fish on? Fish on, fish on? Yeah, no fish. No fish. See, like that. I thought there was a fish on that line. I'm dumb. I'm willing to admit that. But you talk to so many different people and challenge their opinion about anything. And you don't even have to be rude or unkind, but if you challenge their opinion, they just hate you. And it's like, brother, it's okay that we believe different things, that we think differently. We can coexist. You can be dumb. I can be dumb. I'm often dumb. I don't know anything about anything. But I'm always open to learn something new. I don't know. And young people and old people both just hate to admit any kind of, like, fault in who they are. And it's weird to me. How are you gonna grow? How are you gonna, like, get better as a human being if all you ever do is defend yourself? I don't know. Talking about beliefs, and again, not saying that's the wrong mentality to have, I guess, but it seems like it to me. You gotta be willing to grow and change. It's not about red, blue, different religions, different sexuality. You can believe whatever you want to believe is right and wrong, but the fact is that what seems like the most wrong thing is thinking you know everything. And thinking that no one else around you can be right. Trippy to me, man. Trippy. I think we might have another little perch on this line, maybe. Or maybe just something lightly hitting it. Better safe than sorry. Oh, okay, yeah. I think another little perch. Just a little guy. Alright, I'll get him unhooked and I'll be back. So I suppose this whole channel is just some kind of pursuit for proper mental health, because while I don't think I outwardly show it, I think I am pretty depressed, pretty messed up. There's another bite on that line, probably another perch. And I just want... I want to make the right moves, the right steps, the right choices, and talking to oneself, I think, is fairly healthy. So basically this just gives me an excuse to do it without feeling crazy. Alright, come on. What's on this line? Come on out. I think he got off. That felt like something a little better too. Damn, and he got my squirm, bro. He got my squirm. That's alright. It's all good. If I was eating right now, I'd be like, oh man, I need to catch a trout because I'm hungry. But because I'm not eating, it kind of takes the stress off of fishing as soon as I catch a fish, right? Because I did it, I won. But it wasn't the species you wanted. Yeah, I didn't really want any species because I'm not hungry. I mean, obviously, I'd still love to hook into a beautiful trout, get a good release on it. If it was hooked bad, I would throw it in my freezer, give it to my brother. But, meh, if I don't, I don't. And who cares? I'm not hungry. Well, I'm hungry. Let me tell you, day one, you're pretty hungry. But I'm distracted enough by talking to myself on this channel. Haha, it's working. And the fishing that, who cares? Who cares that I'm hungry? I'm not really geared up to fish in the rain, and that looks like a storm coming off the mountains there that'll probably wash me out, but we'll see. I don't know. It's looking like it's getting closer. I'm sure it'll just be a quick one though. It could be, if it is, then it's a long one. It'll probably be the end of the video. I'll head back to the van. I'll kind of do a recap of how I'm feeling. What I've read is going on in my body, but I don't really know. I'm not a nutritionist. But yeah, so hopefully that blows over and we get to keep fishing, having a good day. And if it doesn't, yeah, it's all right. It's been a good day. Caught a bunch of perch, so I'm still smiling. So the wind is definitely coming in. I think it is time to back up for now. I'm just gonna head up the hill there, back to the van. I still think this spot is good. I've caught a lot of fish in this spot before, so I will be back fishing it tomorrow probably, but that storm is definitely coming. And I'd rather not get drenched. So, but yeah, this freaking rod is neat, dude. Just folds right up, and then I can just throw it right in the old box here. It's seen better days. Oh, it was so pretty just a few minutes ago. Right now it's all scary. It's not that scary, but oh, I'm sure that the mic audio for this is just, but that's all right. Forgive the mess, but I am a young man in my 20s, so I'm not the cleanest guy on the planet. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoo! All right, we are back. These are my snap-on curtains. They give a little privacy, you know. Obviously there's gaps, but if you're looking in the gaps, you're not seeing me on accident anymore. You're trying to get a look at me, and at that point you're a creeper. So most people don't do that. Oh, and if they do, they're usually actually pretty friendly. They're just like, hey man. Well, my fridge freezer, by the way. Thought you were living in there, you know. Is everything okay? Making sure you're not dead, you know. Usually they're really chill people. So let me get comfy here. Oh. So, in theory, my body should be at the end of the glucose that's stored in it. So I should be running out of sugar. My body's like, whoa, you need to eat right now to refill this. My energy is shit. Because I'm out of sugar, I have nothing pushing me. But over the next 24 hours, my body should start to look into switching to ketones, to ketosis, and burning the fat for energy instead of the sugars. Now, if you are really thin and you try to do this, instead of your body going into ketosis, and again, I think this is all true, I'm not an expert,
But instead of going into ketosis, your body starts burning your lean muscle and it gets really dangerous. Your organs can fail. Really bad stuff. If you're a skinny guy or gal, don't fast. Not safe. I am a big old boy. I got a lot of blubber on me to get rid of. So it's okay. Yeah, it was a good first day. Kept myself distracted most of the day, so I'm not super hungry. I'm just kind of chilling. I'm just waiting for the real hunger pangs to kick in. And if they do, maybe I'll add to the video, be like, hey, follow up. But for now, I think we're going to call it here. Thank you for joining me and have a wonderful day.